Hello to your homegirls. Good morning. Welcome to a makeup and coffee of mine. This one is special because we're doing a first impression on this Urban Decay Moon Dust Space Cowboy eyeshadow palette, the one that is available at Ulta. This is the box that it comes in. It's a very pretty box. I'm going to be doing a whole lot of show and tell here before we get into the eyeshadow look. On the back, they show you the names of the shades, which I appreciate because it sucks when the eyeshadow names are not with the shades because then you kind of get confused when you're looking on the back. But the shade names are on the back of the palette. And how cute is that holographic pretty star? There's no magnetic component to this palette. It just swings open like that. And there is no mirror on the other side of that star. It's just plastic and holographic. I think it's really pretty. We're going to start with this mid-tone shade in my crease. I'm actually keeping this real time because I wanted to show y'all that these mattes are not the most pigmented. I am starting on a concealer base, and my concealer is not too far off from the shade of my skin. I like to do that when I'm using a new palette just to kind of get a feel for how pigmented the shadows are. Now, I could use an eyeshadow base that is a couple of shades lighter than my skin tone in order to give the shades, a chance to show up. But this is kind of how I test a palette for inclusivity and kind of test it for, the pigment level, see what it has the capability of showing up on. Not everybody wants to use a light base. Some people don't use eyeshadow primers, period. So I'm just showing you guys that this is a little bit of a buildable formula. Now, there is no depth in this particular eyeshadow palette. How many shades is in here? 5, 6. The deepest shade is a mid-tone shade for me, if even mid-tone. So I had to go into my MAC singles. I'm using this deep brown. It's called Give a Glam. And I am putting it in a C shape so that I can blend it out with the deepest shade in the palette, which is a sequin brown matte. I enjoy sequin shades because I enjoy mattes and I enjoy glitter. So I'm not mad at sequin shades, but this is definitely, a blending out color for me. So I'm not able to maintain the sparkle in this sequin shade, but it's a very unique sequin matte because the sparkles are kind of like a purpley tone, very pretty and special. So I'm going to highlight my lid with the lightest shade in this palette. Also keeping it real time. This is also buildable. This is like a soft cut crease. This is the type of cut crease that I do during the day. I never want to look so try hard and so makeup-y during the day. I was on my way to work here. Traditional cut creases require that you actually cut the crease with some concealer. I don't do that during the day. I try to limit my steps for eyeshadow in the morning for everyday makeup as much as I can. I'm not one to cut the crease with actual concealer, so I'm just using the matte. And then gonna go back into the transition shade I use just to melt in my deep shade with the lid shade. And now we're getting into the fun part, and we're using Space Cowboy. I am not one for fingers. I'm not one for glitter glue, especially when I'm just starting out with the palette. This is my preference, is to just use a brush and to pat on the shimmer shade with a brush. My nails are actually way too long to even attempt to put this on with the finger, and I don't like glitter glue. I don't want to use it, just like I don't want to cut the crease with concealer. I don't want to use a glitter glue. Just getting the placement of the glitter together, reinforcing my crease. And then I'm going into the darkest shimmer. I like how that there's light, mid, deep for the mattes and also light, mid, deep for the shimmers. I just noticed that. I think it's a well-curated palette. Of course, for me, I feel like I could go deeper, but it's a nice curation of shades. It's pretty. Again, just making sure the glitter is placed right. I am showing you guys a final look here. The camera doesn't do it justice. It looks better in real life. I did my face and I decided to use the shade that I did not use on my eyes, on my face as glowy blush / highlighter. And I think it's gorgeous. The shimmers are pretty. The shimmers are really, really pretty. Spoiler alert, I like the palette. Here, I'm just wanting to show you guys what the shimmer actually looked like as a highlighter. I like to blend in my highlighters with the dual fiber brush just to kind of get it, you know, mixed in with the base. I'm going to do lower lash line. I'm going into the deepest matte in the palette, in a sequence, if you will. And then I'm going to blend it out with the mid shade. Yeah, get that blended out. And then I'm going to use the darkest shimmer as a inner corner highlight. Here I am doing that. It's a cool toned palette, or the deeper shades are cool toned. Make sure to set your face before you put on mascara. Something I have to tell myself all the time. Doing the finishing touches here, I'm using the Essence Black Brown mascara. Oh, and I did some brown liner too. What am I going to do now? Oh, I'm going to highlight my brow with the lightest matte in the palette. And yeah, I was having a morning. I'm having a day. So this is the look, showing you guys the final look. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this final look. Space Cowboy doesn't really pick up so much on camera. It's something you have to see in the 3D. I'm okay with something so calm like this. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Yapathon portion of this video. I wanted to give y'all some first impressions on this little moon dust palette. So I've been having a day. I couldn't sit down and talk to you guys after I did my makeup this morning. I'm back home from work, so this lasted me a entire work shift. So let's start talking about it. This is the Urban Decay Moon Dust Space Cowboy eyeshadow palette. First, I have to say that I really like this box. I think it's super cute. Like, I was gonna say it's not picking up on camera, but it is. Like, it's a textured, glittered box, and I like the pink font. It's super cute. I didn't read all this in the back. I'm not going to. And yeah, the image of the palette in the back with the shade names. I was surprised to see this box. I didn't expect such a nice box, and I'm gonna keep the box because this is gonna be a little bit of like a bitch and a half to store. So storing it in a regular size square box is a little bit easier. You guys have seen my vanity before. I'm just keeping it like where I keep like my face palettes. So this is the actual component, and how cute is this? Like, the holographic is so cute. I love this peachy tone of the palette. That's what attracted me to the palette in the first place, because I really enjoy peach tones on myself. I think it's a really pretty color for soft glam on my complexion. It's just a very like brightening but pretty and still neutral color on my complexion. So I really enjoy peach, and that's what led me to pick this up, because the color story kind of matches the peach vibe. So I'll tell you all the shade names. This light matte is called Vibing. I used every single shade in this palette today. This mid-tone brown peach pink, I think is a really pretty interesting matte shade. That is called VIP Only. This very interesting sequined matte, the deepest matte, if you will, is called No Sleep Club. It's really pretty. It's a very interesting color. And then on to the shimmery shades. This sparkly, peachy, pinky, very pretty. I feel like that kind of like matches the vibe of the box the most. That's called A-List Energy, very pretty. That's what I used as a highlight today. Very gorgeous. This deep shimmer, I use every shade again. This shade is called Endless Party. And of course, the star of the show, this one is called Space Cowboy Rise Again. So this isn't the original Space Cowboy. This is a different version of Space Cowboy. I've never been attracted to original Space Cowboy because it has like that warm base, that warm undertone, and you guys know I don't like warm tones. So I've never really been that attracted. So that's another reason why I was attracted to this one, because it has a different version, kind of like a more neutral, baseless, if you will, version of Space Cowboy. And spoiler alert, I think it's really pretty. All right, I should have made some talking points. I didn't. So this is gonna be my third Urban Decay palette. I've never really used any Urban Decay up until this year. When the Naked re-released, I kind of got interested in the brand and kind of wanted to see what all the hype was about. So I have two other palettes. I have a mini, the Smiley one, and then I have one of the big Nakeds. It's the Metal Mania. I enjoy them both. I really like the shimmers in both of those palettes. So that's what kind of like led me to the route to be interested in this. And again, I really enjoy peach tones and this little peach color story. And this like packaging is adorable to me. I know it probably looks grotesque and foolish and childish to many, but I think it's cute. I like childish, dumb stuff like this. Somebody I watch said it looked like a throwing star. I like how small it is. Like it's not that big. So yeah, I was attracted to this because I'm kind of familiar with Urban Decay's quality, and I liked this version of kind of a moon dust palette. I don't have any experience with Space Cowboy. Space Cowboy is extremely viral, extremely popular, and I've never, I don't have it in my possession. So I thought this is kind of like the one for me. So it dropped at Ulta. This is exclusive to Ulta, and it retails for $49. I knew that I wasn't going to purchase this for $49. All of my Urban Decays I've gotten highly discounted from Marshall's. And I think they're a little overpriced for what they are. I do think the shimmer quality is beautiful. The matte quality it's not bad, but it's not where it should be for the price point. And as much as I love shimmers, a shimmer is only as good as the foundation of a matte. So I appreciate mattes and take mattes very seriously in order to be the foundation for my shimmers. So I knew I was gonna pay full price for this, and I had a whole bunch of Ulta points racked up, so I kind of knew that I was gonna use my Ulta points to pick this up, and that's exactly what I did. I think I paid like 14 bucks for this because I could have got it for free, but I don't know, the app wasn't letting me use all my points. So I was just like, whatever, I'll pay $14 for it. And well worth it. You would have seen me doing this eye look for work this morning, and I will say I bought this because of the addition of the mattes. There's another quad on sale at Sephora with just the Moon Dust shadows, and I prefer a more complete palette. I don't mind all shimmer palettes and I don't mind all matte palettes, but our preference is to have both mattes and shimmers in the same place. So another reason why I was led to this palette. So when I was doing my look this morning, I have to say I was very underwhelmed by the mattes in this palette. but I've been underwhelmed by Urban Decay mattes already. But I will say, you know, the mattes in the Naked palette are a bit more pigmented, so these is not giving pigment. Definitely a buildable formula. Yeah, I don't think the mattes are up to the standard that a palette of this price should be, but then again, this is a moon dust palette. It's about the moon dust, so I get it. And because the mattes are so buildable and so wearable, I think this would be very well suited for like a young girl, a girl in high school or a girl in college. Use out of it for like work, because it makes for a very subtle look. And even in this look, you would have seen while I was doing this that I had to bring in a deeper brown to kind of get some sort of depth, and I'm still giving very much nude, you know, no makeup. And I kind of wanted something a little bit more elevated because I have plans for later. I was supposed to do dinner and a movie with some family this evening, so I kind of just wanted to be prepared for my entire day. I'm gonna end up hosting, so it's fine. But yeah, I wanted something a little bit more elevated. I was hoping for something a little bit more elevated, and that's not what I got. I got very soft, daytime, easy eye, and that's my first impression of the palette. I'm gonna keep using it, but I know that there's no depth in here. I know that this is a very natural type of palette, and I'm okay with that. I'm very happy that I did not pay full price for this, because this is not worth full price. If you are buying it as a gift for someone young, this is a very nice gift, a very flexy gift for a young girl, but don't pay full price for this. And it's at Ulta. It's gonna go on sale. You're gonna be able to use a coupon on it. I wasn't able to use a coupon on it because they consider this a prestige brand, so I wasn't able to use any coupons. But sometimes, you know, it depends on the coupon. Sometimes you might be able to, but I'm pretty sure that this is gonna go on sale. I'm pretty sure you're gonna be able to use something on this to get it reduced. This is not worth $50. I would say, if you are interested in Space Cowboy, either get the quad from Sephora, I'm not sure how much that is, or just pick up one of the singles. But the Space Cowboy is pretty. It's really pretty. When I first put it on, I was a little underwhelmed, but then as the day went on and I would like catch glimpses of myself like walking up to my car, sparkly, magical, it's pretty. Space Cowboy deserves the hype that it gets. It's a very pretty but yet demure sparkle. It's very, 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 very nice. I am happy to have this for the Space Cowboy. At the 14 bucks that I paid for it for this Space Cowboy, I'm very happy. I'm very happy. And, you know, I kind of have my cons about the mattes, but my mattes have not creased or budged or moved at all. And that's a very big thing for me as someone with hooded lids. My makeup tends to crease, but while I complain about this matte formula not being what I expected it to be, when a matte doesn't crease on me or when shadows don't crease on me, I consider that to be pretty good quality. So I complain about, you know, the low pigment, but I do think it's a good quality shadow. So, you know, pros and cons. I'm happy with this. I think it's adorable. I enjoy it. I'm gonna enjoy having it and playing around with it. This is definitely gonna be something that like I wear to work because it's so subtle and cute. I want to show y'all a palette that it reminds me of. Yeah, and the box is so cute. This will make a really nice gift for like someone young. Okay, so it reminds me of the Essence Call Me Maybe, which is one of my favorite palettes. This palette cost $5. Kind of similar color story, and these mattes are way more pigmented than the ones in the Urban Decay palette, but they do kind of like dull out as the day goes on. So there is a little bit of quality bump up in the Urban Decay, and of course these shimmers don't hold a candle to the Moon Dust shimmers. The shimmers in there are really pretty. The deeper one has yet to form an opinion on it. Again, like, first impressions and a review are two different things. If you guys want me to kind of use this for a week and give a review, I'd be happy to, but this is just first impressions. So just saying, you know, if you like the color story but don't want to do the Urban Decay, you got some nice indie singles, or you already have like a Moon Dust single and you kind of want that color story, this costs $5. Just saying. Okay, that's it. I'm having a weird day. I gotta keep it a bean. Y'all know I'm neurospicy, but I am not on any meds. I only take supplements. So I'm having a weird day and I'm feeling weird, and I'm just going with it. If this looks weird, I kind of had to do a makeshift touch up on my under eye, and I think it ended up good. It looks good. Okay, that's it. I wanted to say something. Oh, if you enjoy this, please give me a like and sub to the channel if you're not. I have a goal of 100 subs for the end of the year, and I'm almost there. I really appreciate your support and helping me grow this channel. I'm having so much fun on here. If I can reach this 100 sub goal, but I know I want, you know, people that actually want to be here. So check out some of my other videos, see if it's the type of vibe that you like. I think I'm getting better at editing myself down and not having the videos be a million years long. So yeah, thank you guys. I love you. Bye.